there. Oh, look at that Bubba. Say hi. You wanna say hi? No? How about you? Hello, how's it going? Welcome to this first episode of my new personal computer build log. This first part of this episode, if not the whole first episode, I'm not entirely sure yet, is going to be dedicated to just going over what's going to be in the build. For a little bit of context, let me talk about what we're going to be upgrading from. Right here, this is my 5 or 6 year old build. This was the first computer I ever built. It's in a Fantex, no, not Fantex, NZXT Phantom 630, that's the case. There's a EVGA GTX 980 in there. The processor, I can't really remember. There's 16 gigs of RAM. I'll probably be putting more stats on screen right now. But this is sort of what we're upgrading from. It's been running strong, but I got a lot of heavy-duty work ahead of me, and so I need to upgrade to something a bit more powerful. Alright, so with that in mind, let's see what we're actually going to be upgrading to. Right off the bat, I know some people probably saw this and groaned. To that, I just say, fight me. This is a really good case. I didn't actually know how trendy it was when I first saw it on PC Part Picker. But when I did find it, I was like, oh, I gotta use that. And then I quickly discovered how limited these tend to be in stock because they are actually pretty popular. But that wasn't going to deter me. It's a really nice case. I was actually originally going to go with a Fantex Enthoo 719, but that case had a bit too much space, like in the bottom here, whereas this one doesn't have quite as much, so it would look pretty empty in that Fantex case, and that's kind of by design. That case is meant for 2 systems, this one isn't, and since I don't need 2 systems, probably best I just don't have that empty space at the bottom. But also this one has the front tempered glass as well as the side, so it's a pretty nice case. I like it. And I don't care how trendy it is. It's a good case. It's trendy for a reason. Alright, for a motherboard, we got the Asus ROG Crosshair V formula. AM4 socket X57, 570. I can't count. It's got just enough M.2 slots at the right speeds that I need for my storage, which we will get to, and how stupid that storage is. For a power supply, I got a Seasonic Focus PX850, 850 watts, as the name suggests. I think the build overall was spec'd at about 650-ish on PC Part Picker. The fans right here, Lian Li Uni, all Uni fans, all in the black variety. Memory is, which way is this? There we go. G-Skill Trident Z Neo, 32 gigabyte kit, 4 times 8 gigabytes. I went with this Neo one because it's got the black and silver look, which I think is going to look pretty nice with what I got in mind. Next up is storage, which I know if you know what these are, you're going to be screaming at me that these cost way too much, and I know they do. I know they cost way too much, but I couldn't pass them up. They were beautiful. The storage that I went with was not 1, but 2 Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus M.2 SSDs, one terabyte and one 4 terabyte. These are way more than anybody should reasonably be spending on storage, but they were very, very fast, and I couldn't pass them up. I saw them and went, ooh, pretty. So, for the processor, it's an AM4, obviously, but the processor that I specifically got is an AMD Ryzen 5950X. 16-core, 32-thread processor, 3.4 gigahertz base clock, max boost 4.9. I don't really know how to safely overclock, so I don't know if I'm going to try that yet or not. Maybe, we'll see. This here is just a GPU vertical mount with a riser cable, but I'm going to use a different one because I got this one specifically. This is a Lian Li one. I got this one specifically because it was narrow and it had 3 slots on it, But as it turns out, the water block is going to turn the graphics card into a one-slot GPU, so I could use a smaller vertical mount. So this was a bit of waste, but whatever. The other one should be delivered pretty soon, but I didn't want to wait for it to do this, so it's not that important. For a temporary, just for a test boot, I got this Hyper 212 Evo, but that will be replaced in the final build with this EK Quantum Velocity water block. That's what's going to go in place in the final build. But just for a test boot, I got the air cooler. Let's get this stuff out of here so I can show you what is at the bottom of this. Before I forget, this stuff is the hard tubing that I want to try to use. I don't actually know how well this is going to go, so I got some test pieces. This is Mayhem's Borosilicate glass tubing. I'm going to be doing some test bends to see if I can actually pull that off, and you'll get to see whether I pull it off or not. But, you know, fingers crossed. Just some thermal pads for the test boot. Here we go. This is the big boy. Okay. For a graphics card, I got a not a GTX, an RTX 3090 Founders Edition. So that is a pretty hefty card. For gaming, it's probably more than anybody would need, but I'm going to be doing more than gaming. I'm going to be doing a lot of digital art and stuff, so I will make good use of that graphics card. I promise. Hey! I need to put stuff in there. Rude. For a pump reservoir. Another very overpriced item. Bits Power Premium Cuboid Reservoir. This thing cost, I think, $360-ish US. Very overpriced, but it's very fancy and I like it, and it was the only one that looked like this. So again, my brain went ooh pretty and I couldn't turn it down. For a GPU water block, I have this EK Quantum Vector FE for the 3090. The box makes it look like the silver one. It is in fact the black one inside. When the PC is turned off, I think it's mostly going to look just black and white, and when it's turned on, it's going to have some extra color in there, but when it's turned off, I want it to look kind of black and white. So that's the intention there. And now I'm going to put this pile back together, assuming I can get this cat out of this box. Anyway, I will see you in the next part, whatever that may be. Update, the other GPU mount arrived while I was recording, so here it is.